Hey YouTube, Jake Kilroy here. It's Friday, thank God. Anyway, quick little video. We're going to go over a few things. We're going to call this Shop ADHD 7. Got some new tooling and got a problem with one of the machines. We're going to talk about that. We're going to have a little question and answer. I'm going to ask some questions and hopefully you guys will give some answers. So we're going to start off. Have you ever given yourself a present? In other words, did you buy something years ago, basically lose it in your own mess, and then find it and go, wow? It's kind of like finding, going into that, jacket that you haven't put on since the last winter and finding, 20 bucks in the pocket. So, except this is a lot more than 20 bucks. I don't even remember when I bought this, but it's been a while. There you go. It's a 50 taper horizontal arbor. It's kind of dusty. I believe it's an 18 inch. It looks like an 18 inch. Yeah, it's 18. It's got a couple of running bushings on it here that I cannot use because my arbor uses bigger bushings than that. So I'll call Adam and see if these fit his, and if those fit his, I can tell you which one. Let's see. I think those fit his. Adam, do you have a 2 1/8 B-size arbor? If so, you're going to get a present. I'm going to clean this up here in a little bit and put it over here in the rack. Sorry about that. This box up here. So yeah, that was just a present to myself that I bought years ago and forgot about. Next, this box that arrived here today, courtesy of flat rate shipping, and I can tell you right now, my postal worker was ticked off about this. Let's see what we got. All right, we got lots of stuff here. Lots of internal packaging. In Mills, this is some interesting packaging here. All right, let's keep digging. For those of you that own small machines, this will probably be somewhat baffling. But if you were like Adam or myself or a few other people out on YouTube that have big machines, big milling machines, good deals on appropriately sized tooling can be hard to find. So let's see what we got here. So I'm going to come in close so you can gaze at the beauty. Okay, this is a 2-inch by 2-inch length of cut, 8 flute, American made, I believe it's a Niagara end mill, and it's coated. That looks like a Thailand Thai sand coating, something like that. With a nice radius. I really like end mills with a radius. Baby's razor sharp. Got a great deal on these. New. You know, you're looking at, it's a $250 end mill, right? New. Let's just say I didn't pay that much. That's one of my, I prefer a small shank size, but that was such a good deal I couldn't pass it up. Got 2 of those. Next. All right. Again, let's move in here. This is a 2-inch, but it's a 2-inch. Yep. It's a 2-inch, 6 flute rougher. That's a fine pitch rougher for an end mill this size. Coated with a 1 1/4 shank, which is one of my favorite shank sizes for the big mill. This is it is a square corner, which is okay, but this is a great buy here. Got 4 of these things. Got a great price. Again, that's not something you might normally look for. Okay. Gotta be careful, this stuff will cut you. Feels like a 2 flute. Yeah, there we go. That's a 2 flute, 2-inch with an 1 1/4 shank, 2-inch length of cut. It's a coated, it's a tin coated mill. This is an aluminum cutter here is what this is. And I look for larger sizes like this because the big mill, the horizontal vertical spindles, these big mills don't have high RPMs. And this larger diameter cutter like this can help you get your surface feed up and give you a better cut in aluminum and other soft materials that you might be working with. So that can be handy. Oop. I apologize for that rude interruption. We'll continue to go through our tooling stash here. Niagara 6 flute single end. One of those days. All right, I'm back. multiple phone calls. I think we were right here. This is a 6 flute single end, 1.25 inch shank, 2 inch diameter, 2 inch length of cut, with a real healthy radius. Doesn't say, it says altered, that's what they say. And I got 3 of these. Again, this is a real favorite size of mine. 2 inch, 1.25 inch shank. Also got some, oh, this is a real good deal. These are Nita, which is an Israeli cutting tool company. It's a 5/8 shank, 11/16 cutting diameter, 4 flute center cutting, cobalt end mill, about 1.5 inch length of cut. These are all with the sensory flat. So anyway, last but not least, 2 3/4 inch 4 flute carbide end mills. It's a 4 flute center cutting, stubby coated solid carbide end mill. It's a Niagara. New. You know, this is a 3-digit piece of tooling, easy, right? Fine piece of tooling there. Anyway, so there we are. We got all sorts of cutting tools. We got a birthday present to myself that I bought years ago, I guess, the horizontal arbor. I got some pictures. I had to make another sight glass, the Pacemaker, because I couldn't see through yet another one. So I've got some pictures of what I did. This is the sight glass for the oil reservoir for the gearbox. So check it out. All right, we're back. What else have we been working on? Oh, got a problem with the pacemaker. So let's go over there and check it out. I'm going to take the camera down and we're going to move over. All right, here we are at the pacemaker. Got the top off, and there's a noise in the headstock. Now, there's always been a little tick in the headstock, and I've never really, wanted to do much about it. Didn't pay a whole lot for the machine. The machine's, pretty worn. It's old. It's 70 years old, right? So, I wasn't going to sink a whole bunch of money into it, but there's a noise in the headstock. Now, the good news is, if you watch here, see the chuck spinning. There is no noise in the chuck or the intermediate shaft, which is driven off of the spindle. This is the main spindle, runs right through here. Then there's an intermediate shaft. It's a 27-speed headstock. So I'm going to fire the machine up right quick. It's in neutral, and I'm going to run it, and you're going to be able to hear the noise. Now also, let me move you up here. That's not. Alright, I was going to try to give you a little view here at the top of the headstock. You'll be able to see the oiling in action. The oil pump pumps out onto these trays, it distributes the oil around, and then it runs down in between all the gears. I'm going to power it up, we're going to run it in neutral, then you're going to be able to hear the sound here. Alright, I think you can hear the tick, tick, tick going there. There's a tick in the back. It's slower than motor speed, so I don't think it's the input shaft. I don't think it's the input pulley. Somebody on practicalmachinist.com has suggested that it might be the input pulley, but he said that would knock once per rotation. Well, it's much slower than that, so I don't think it's that. I'm going to put the drivetrain in low range now, and I'm going to fire it back up at the same speed. You'll notice that the noise really doesn't change, so the reason I don't think that it's in the spindle or the intermediate countershaft. So here we go, I'm going to fire it back up. Another thing you might notice is I'm getting a lot of air bubbles in the oil here. I'm getting a lot of air bubbles in there, so I've got to probably going to have to check out the pump. Look down in here, you can see it's not often you get to gaze into the headstock of a pacemaker. Alright, so here I got the hand holding the camera. You can see the bull gear up in here, the main gear. All the gears look fine. I've looked all through here. You can see some the first intermediate countershaft turning in the back, and this is just silent, right? It just doesn't make any noise hardly. Shoot. Anyway, so the next step here is we're going to do a video on this. I'm going to remove this these lubricant lines, and then I'm going to take this whole tray, this rear tray, up and off, and this front tray is up and off. And I've been told it's only held down by these fasteners, and there's some pins that guide it in, and it's rather difficult to get out. But we're going to get these two assemblies off the top of the headstock here, and that'll give us a chance to look down into the headstock and kind of see the goodies, and maybe help us identify where that noise is coming from. So anyway, that's it for this brief video. There's my replaced sight glass. So anyway, that's it for this brief video. Be back at you soon with more work on the pacemaker here.